So what's up guys? Normally I don't make any videos for like patch previews or notice or stuff like that. Did one in the past, but normally I'm not that excited about anything like for patch notes because well, we don't get that much good stuff like that frequently, but this is one of the most legit stuff ever, man. I was like I was in the gym. I was doing my hands-free RTA kind of stuff on the running machine, and then I got the message like, hey shit, um, World Arena's closed. I was like, shit, again, what kind of patch is that? I started reading and I was like, shit. So, thing is, I already logged in, already fed one of my DubeNet 5s. If you're a player that's far into the game, this is going to be super interesting for you because the thing that's most annoying pretty much is DubeNet 5s, right? It's super frustrating when even like on a blessing, like my first blessing I had a dupe Tiana, like my fourth Tiana or my third Triton. And I was like, come on, man, really? So this is super legit. So you probably read it through some, just going through it quite quickly. You have a new currency, Ancient Crystals, and you get 300 for doing some raids, or no, not the raids, the rifts, and feeding in a net 5. It has to be a 5-star. Um, it's supposed to also say that fusions don't count, but a friend of mine just showed me a screenshot where he could actually feed a Sigmarus. So maybe it's a bug, maybe it's a summoned Sigmarus. I'm not too sure about that, but um, as we go down through like the content, you will see if you could actually fusion and then feed it, it would be fucking worth it. This shit is so good. So you can get a Splendid Blessing, so you pretty much get another net, like another chance on a net 5, which you could then again also feed, so you could repeating pretty much this cycle. So I think it's best to keep one blessing at a time, at least. So either you get a worthy net 5, or that you're gonna keep, or you get pretty much a chance of a reroll, an infinite reroll pretty much, because let's say you do the Splendid Blessing, you get 2 more dupes. You take one of the dupes, you feed it in again, you get another blessing, and then for the other time, you can do that over and over. Of course, you still got to summon the net 5s, but pretty much um, the moment you're summoning a wrong net 5, the next net 5 will be a choice net 5. So that's super, like that's so nice. That's so nice. I really love that. And then you have the legendary rune packs and the legendary grindstone packs. And at first I was like, okay, it's probably just the blessing. The blessing is super cool. The re-apps, you can get 5 more a month. I'm like, it's not that interesting. You already get 12 a month pretty much. But then I started doing that. So you have 20 refreshes per month and 20 refreshes on the gems per month. So I already started doing this kind of stuff pretty much. I already fed a net 5, and I kind of already I pretty much I already did my runes. So as you can see, you just get like 3 options of runes every time, and you just hit refresh until you get something good. There are 180 of the ancient crystals, so you can buy like 1.8 per net 5 pretty much. So my recommendation is like this, for example, like the fight rune looks like a super good rune, but only go for the 246 Swift Violent Will with an initial stat, and on top of that 4 really good stats, because this is quite expensive. But then something more interesting, these are only like 85. That's super cheap, man. Like getting this, that's super difficult. I already bought one of these, and on top of that I was searching for the following thing, because that's where you can like really make the runes into the stuff you want. Where it at? Where it at? Where it at? This one. So this one was running 81 accuracy for the longest time. It was bugging me so much. This was a 7, and then the first refresh I saw Swift legendary accuracy. I was like, man, I need this stuff. It's so good. It's so good. So, and actually it rolled into something good as well, like straight up. And also for What else did I buy? I bought something else. Oh yeah, I bought a... Let's work. Let's see. Let's go for the 5. Nice. Nice. Love to see that shit. Oh man, I'm so hyped about this patch already, man. This patch is like... You can trash so much of like... Getting a dupe before was like, ah man, I feel shit, man. I'm getting dupes. It's so terrible to get dupes. Right now I also bought this one, man. Bam, this is super legit stuff. Eat that shit. 11. Called it. Actually, I could have gone up to a 13, but still, it's super legit, man. This stuff, like especially the grinds, I rate a shit ton. And for me, the issue with grinds is you keep getting the grinds of runes you don't really need. Like, for example, I have an Antares, and that's my best rune unit, like rune efficiency wise, simply because he keeps getting the grinds for Despair and for Blade, and I don't use those sets too much, so he keeps getting like all of them because it's actually one of the few Despair Blade units that I use, and he just keeps stacking up so much stats, and like everything is rolling into like, if you check his runes, 10. Let's see, some of these are, well, that's a 9 and a 5, so that's 2 legendaries in there, that's a legendary in there, and that's also a legendary enchant. And this is 3 legendaries plus a legendary enchant, so this is 3 legendaries on a shitty enchant. I'm not sure why I did that. And then 2 legendaries. So you're getting my point, like I raid a lot and you just keep getting the legendaries for the stuff you don't really need. But now you can actually, with those refreshes, let's feed another net 5. Let's feed, oh, I'm so happy to feed dupes, man. Yes, special, let's go. Crystals, give me those crystals. So yeah, the thing is, like, I'm honestly believing that it's more worth to feed dupes rather than use them for skill ups right now. Because you can buy 4 of those really OP enchants, pretty much, for 1 dupe. Whereas, like, I've been searching for a specific enchant. At some point I needed, like, a crit rate for Rage, and I only needed a hero, and that took me, like, 4 months. So, imagine just feeding in a dupe, and then you start refreshing. Every month, 20 refreshes. You're gonna find it, and I needed a hero. I can find a legendary right now, so, and whereas you get Devilmons, you get those. It's not that big a deal. You will get there. You will get your Devilmons. Sure, it takes another week, but actually finding like the correct, like if you get a super OP rune, let's say your account only has like 1 or 2 violence slot 6 HP legendaries, you can find them here. That's worth way more than 1 skill up. The 1 skill up you will get, but actually precisely getting the rune you need, or precisely getting the enchant you need, like this baby over here. I'm curious if I need this as well. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna go into a run, and actually first I'm gonna do this. Come on, go for it. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Not too bad. The other one rolled a 5, so got a 5, got a 4. Fair enough. I'm gonna check for a sec if I need the HP on Nemesis. Do I need that? No, I don't need that. So I keep re-rolling. So this is how the refresh works. I already did 11 on this one. I already did all 20 on the other one. And you just keep refreshing for like these kind of things. Like, man, don't, like, with the runes, really focus on Swift, Violent, and Will. These are your key units. Like, this is the stuff you want. Nope. Ooh, Rage Attack. Do I need that at the moment? Wait, no. You're probably gonna need that somewhere at the future, but do I really need it at the moment? No, I don't think so. Also, I have a unit that could really use this one, but I'm not too sure if I want to buy it right away because, of course, I have like, as you can see in the list, like 8, 9 Devilmons right now, but that's gonna be gone within a month, pretty much. Like I just feed them all. I have the currency, but you have to use the currency wise, and just spamming everything that you can use right away is risky. For example, like this, I read a lot the energy speed 4 to 5. I only need a few units to have those, and the moment I get one, it's not gonna stack up, or like it's gonna stack up because I don't really need that much more. So that's why I'm gonna leave these 2 runes out that I won't use any of the currency on it. Same thing again for blade. I'm like, I will get those. Like I need some right now, but if I start buying these here, I will run out of like the amount of that I need quite quickly. Whereas for violent, um, swift, and will, you will you will need them all the time. Ooh, will enchant for speed. Not really sure if I use too many because most of the time when I want to have a will rune, it has to be fast already. Ra- uh, Rather than I put an enchant of speed on it. So no, it's a no-go for me. Man, I keep getting these enchants for energy. So yeah, that's it for me for this month. Um, Also already did this, so good thing the month is pretty much already finishing. Someone's spamming me online, but yeah, man, use your currency wisely. It's rather like rare to get the currency. First thing to go, always have one blessing. Always have the one blessing, and then I would recommend for like if you're really far into the game, I would recommend to go for the grinds and gems more rather than the runes. If you were early, like a little bit earlier into the game, but still quite far, I would check out the runes. But still, of course, you first need to actually have some net 5s to feed. Whereas not everyone will have that many dupes, but most of us have been playing for like a long time, and you'll be stacking up some dupes. You'll be stacking up some dupes. And like I was saying, um, I'd rather use a dupe for the currency right now rather than using a dupe for a skill up because I still need a Wusa, but I'm gonna feed these 3 for sure, 100% sure. This is actually a unique one. I just didn't make it 6-star, but I'm not gonna feed uniques. Like I could say like, hey, I'm never gonna use Punkbeak. That's risky. That's risky. Same for like I got 3 of them here which are new, and those 3 I'm not gonna feed into it. Maybe like, oh, I'm gonna be so tempted if I see like a super good rune. And it's probably gonna happen that I was like, fuck that, fuck Buckbeak or something like that. But yeah, man, use the currency wisely. Ask, like, if you're not sure what to buy, where to buy it. Also, for like the runes are quite expensive. Only buy the 2, 4, and 6, which are either is reappable or just like straight up the perfect stats, including a prefix. That's really important because the runes are fairly expensive, and then the blended blessed summon, like what's it called, blessed summoning. That's always worth it. It's so good that you have like a choice of your net 5s. For me, I only need like 7 net 5s out of a pool of like 150 currently. Like I'm not even sure how many net 5s. No, we don't have 50 for each element. I think like 120 something. So yeah, getting a choice every time is super nice. It's gonna help me so much. So actually, I summoned like the Alicia I just fed, and these 2 Pungbeaks within I think 24 hours. Not even that many scrolls. I was like, shit, I'm like the most unlucky guy ever. And now with this update, I'm like, shit, that was super lucky, man. Like each of these is gonna be worth like legend enchants and stuff like that for me. So it's super nice. So hope you're as hyped about the new content as I am. Yeah, leave it in the comments what you guys think about it. Actually, I made this video within like the first hour that the update came out, so I'm missing a few things. Maybe in like a week or something, or like a day even, people are like, oh, you should do this and you shouldn't do like what he just said. So keep in mind that just made this video like straight off the bat because I'm super hyped about this stuff. Also, actually check if you can feed in your summon, like your fused Sigmaras and stuff like that. I saw a screenshot of someone that actually was able to feed in both the Sigmaras and a Fire Panda. So I'm not too sure if they were actually summoned or fused. So for that reason, I would legitimately fuse stuff. I would legitimately, if you get like a super good rune, I would start fusing stuff. So yeah, that was it. Seiishizo here. Peace out.